Well, hey, City Coast, we just finished up our Finder series, which was a 7-week series looking at the 7 I am statements from John's Gospel. And we said at the beginning of the year that we wanted to seek first the kingdom of God, his righteousness. We talked about being seekers and how at the end of that series, we said it'd be very frustrating if all we ever did was seek, and we never found. And so in John's Gospel, there are 7 statements where Jesus tells us who he is. He explicitly says, I am the bread of life from John chapter 6. I am the light of the world from John chapter 8. In John chapter 10, there were 2. I am the door and I am the good shepherd. In John chapter 11, we just talked about I am the resurrection and the life. In John chapter 14, Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And in John chapter 15, Jesus says, I am the vine. I am the true vine. And each of those I am statements tell us something about who Jesus is. And it invites us not just to seek him, but to find him. And when finding Jesus, we have the opportunity to believe in him, to put our trust in him. And we know who he is. We know who we're putting our trust in. And that gives us a chance to know him better. It gives us the chance to abide in him, to remain in him. And so we wanted to be very clear. This isn't just about seeking. It's not just about always looking for something. Jesus has made himself known. He tells us who he is and invites us not just to seek, but to find. And so I hope that as we celebrated the Easter service this last weekend, and as we think about all the different things that we've learned about God so far in John's Gospel, I hope that you're excited to continue digging deeper in and deepening our faith together in this study as we seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, as we find a more deep and more rich relationship with Jesus. And over our next series, we're going to shift over to a table talk and look at John chapter 13 to John chapter 17 and the final night, the final conversation that Jesus had with his closest companions around the table.